Yeah, yeah, this one is different, like really different, because we are now stepping into something even more personal than anything. We are talking about health, not just the hospitals, not just the doctors, not just the go get treated when you are sick. No, this is about accelerating a healthful state to everyone, like making health the default condition of human being. Wow, yeah. Sit with that for a second because right now we are being honest. Health is not evenly distributed across the world, not even close. Some people are born into systems where healthcare is advanced, accessible, and consistently improving. And others, they are born into environments where even basic care is a struggle, where distance, cost, infrastructure, and sometimes even awareness become barriers. And again, just like other sectors, e.g., agriculture, this is not a failure of individuals. It's a structural failure, geographical failure, and systemic failure. So you can have the best doctor in the world, but if you are in one location, their impact is limited by that location. You can have life-saving knowledge, but if it's locked behind institutions, paywalls, or borders, then that is not really serving humanity at a scale. So the question becomes, why is health still something you have to access instead of something that simply exists around you, flows through systems, and easily available by default? So now imagine flipping that. Yeah, imagine health becoming distributed, not centralized in hospitals, not limited to physical spaces, but spread across networks, across people, across systems. Imagine millions of contributors, not just the doctors, but researchers, everyday people, technologists, caregivers, all participating in building and maintaining global health system. Yeah, that is when things start to change because now instead of a few institutions carrying the weight of global health, you have humanity itself becoming the infrastructure. Knowledge flows faster, solutions adapt quicker, local realities are understood better, and suddenly the gap between those who have access and those who don't start to shrink, not slowly but rapidly. And here is where it gets even more powerful because it's not just about distributing services, it's also about distributing ownership of those services. Yeah, ownership itself, like global ownership. Because when people are part of creating something, they don't just consume it, they also want to sustain it, they also want to improve it and protect it because it belongs to them. They hold ownership of those services, systems it is. So now imagine a world where every human being has a stake in global health systems, where your contribution matters no matter how small etc. So now someone in one part of the world can contribute to health systems impacting another part of the world. Wow. And not as an outsider, but as a co-creator. Wow, yeah, that changes the psychology completely because health is no longer something given to you, but it's something you are actively building and being part of it, and you own it. Now, bring that idea into a Chipies ecosystem and it starts you start seeing it that Chipies ecosystem's real infrastructure is at it, actually at really it. So this means because with Chipies ecosystem now we have a system that coordinates contributions, align incentives, and recognize value across a global scale. So whether it's knowledge sharing, preventative care systems, world practices, wellness is even supportive healthcare innovation, everything becomes part of larger living network. And now think about this at scale because that is where everything works or even break. Because if billions of people are connected into distributed health capabilities, they are no longer reactive, they become proactive. The system becomes continuous, it becomes every embedded into everyday life where health is equals to everyday life. Imagine you don't wait to get sick to engage with the system that is supposed to keep you healthy, but you are already working with it. It's already around you and it's through you. Imagine, and you own it. So now instead of a health care system being overwhelmed, fragmented or unequal, you start seeing something else emerge, a global health fabric network where one or where local insights meet global intelligence, where prevention is stronger than cure, where stress around the survival, like even health anxiety, starts to reduce because people are no longer living in unhealthful states. They are now living in tearful states. They are now having reduced the stresses around. So, yeah, let's be real for a second. If humanity can coordinate at this kind of a global health fabric level, then we are not just improving health, but we are redefining what it means to be well, or what it means to live well at the same time. Because a healthful state is not just the absence of disease, it's the presence of balance in energy, clarity, and the ability to actually live fully without constant pressure. So, yeah, imagine waking up in a world where health is not dependent on where you were born, where support is not limited by distance, when knowledge, care, and capability flow global like a shared resource that is not funders, that is direction. And when you really connect the dots, like the dots, you realize that the same pattern again from global participation, shared ownership, permissionless contribution is what humanity is set to build with Chipies ecosystem, with humanity building for humanity. Wow. So yeah, accelerating a healthful state to everyone, owned by everyone, is not just an idea. It is the next level global fabric that we are building within Chipies ecosystem, and how we actually aim to make life work for everyone, health for everyone, achieve everyone's life at a scale. Thank you very much.